What's up everybody? This is Whiskey in the Six. I'm Rob, doing my top 6 15-year-old Scotch whiskey. Couple of rules here: it cannot be cask strength, it cannot be a single cask. It could be a single barrel as long as the expression is released every year. So here we go with my honorable mentions. First on my honorable mentions list is the Macallan 15 Triple Oak. Alright, this is very good whiskey, just not quite there to make my top 6 list. Next up is the Glenfiddich 15. Very good sherry cask. It's a Solera cask, so you're getting some older whiskey in there as well. Just, again, not good enough to make my top 6, and that's only because of the ABV. Another honorable mention is the Highland Park 15. I believe this was a US exclusive, and that's kind of why I didn't want to include this on the list. Very good stuff, just not available to everybody. Alright, here we go with my top 6. Alright, so number 6 is my Glengoyne 15-year-old. This one goes for about $80 to $90 US. It's about $110 at the LCBO when it is available. Number 5 is the Balblair 15. This is very good stuff. I had an opportunity to try the entire range. This one stood out to me out of the range, so that's pretty cool. It's younger than a bunch of the others, and it's a lot cheaper at around $150 at the LCBO. Number 4 is the Old Pulteney 15, another really good whiskey. This one, I also got to try the whole range. The 15-year-old was very good. I was really impressed. Check this one out if you haven't already. Number 3 is the Balvenie 15-year-old. Now these are single barrels. They're released every year. You get sometimes sherry or bourbon. Keep an eye on the dates because occasionally you'll get an older whiskey than what you're paying for. They are the more expensive of the 15-year-old range at around $220 at the LCBO. A little bit less in the US, you're looking at about 100, 120, sometimes a little bit less than that if you're really lucky. Very good stuff, very nice sherry dram if you get the sherry version. Really good whiskey all around. Number 2 is the Glenalky 15. When I first opened this bottle, I wasn't very impressed. As it went down the bottle, I became more and more in love with this whiskey. I think it's excellent stuff, really good price. You're looking at about 110 in Alberta, about $60 US if you can find it in the US. Goes for a little bit more in some states, but overall a very well-priced 15-year-old whiskey at 46%. Last but not least is the Revival of the Revival. Glendronach 15-year-old was really good stuff in 2019. Rachel Berry has changed it to PX and Oloroso as opposed to the traditional Oloroso for the Revival. Still very good. A lot of people picked this as their whiskey of the year last year. I love this stuff. You gotta get a bottle. This is my number 1. Hope you liked this video, guys. If you liked it, hit the subscribe button. If you really liked the video, you can become a Patreon of my channel. Check us out on the Whiskey Rant podcast on all places where you find your podcasts. Cheers.